Hi and welcome back, and this is the Contenders Corner Podcast to bring you another wrestling review. And here is the Raw review. Smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, and also, guys, turn on those notifications and support us here on YouTube, because this is another video where we talk everything that is wrestling. And welcome back. And with just 6 days away until WrestleMania Backlash, WWE, make sure to use Monday Night's Raw to highlight some of the most high profile feuds. And it starts off, guys, with a promo, but it didn't last too long because WWE this time straight away gave us some action off the bell, guys. Charlotte Flair, Nia Jax, Shayna Baszler versus Asuka, Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke. And instead of the usual long-winded promo, WWE jumped right into the action this week with a 6-women tag match that was advertised before the show. Rose and Baszler started in the ring, and as expected, the Queen of Spades took control early. The Golden Goddess forced her to the corner so she could make the tag to Asuka. A short scuffle led to all 6 stars having a standoff, and that's when Alexa Bliss suddenly appeared on the stage with her swing set and Lily doll. She said she wanted to keep her eye on someone but did not specify who. We returned from a break to see the Queen keeping Rose grounded with her head scissor. Baszler came in and continued to focus on her opponent's extremities. Baszler tried to make a tag, but acted like her foot was stuck to the mat. Asuka took advantage and hit a Shining Wizard for the win. And I'm going to give this a 3 out of 5. And then the next match, guys, is Jeff Hardy versus Jinder Mahal. And again, Jeff Hardy versus Jinder Mahal, former WWE champion. Jinder Mahal returned to Raw this week with 2 new sidekicks instead of the Cruiserweight Bollywood boys. He had legit heavyweights named Veer and Shanky by his side. Jeff Hardy tried to get the upper hand with an early onslaught, but the modern day Maharaja turned the tables with a knee and a huge boot to the face. Jeff Hardy tried to get another onslaught, but Hardy fought back with a series of his signature moves, but Mahal countered the twist of fate and hit the callus for the win. And this, guys, will give a 3.5 out of 5. It's great to see Jinder Mahal back on the Raw show, and this might make everything interesting for Raw, especially as this time he ain't got the Bollywood boys here. He's got legit heavyweights by his side, known as Veer and Shanky. So again, it'll be interesting to see what these two are going to play hold here, especially with Jinder Mahal by their side. And we'll see as the weeks go on what these two with Jinder Mahal are going to bring to the Raw show. And then our next match, guys, is The New Day and RK Bro versus AJ Styles, Omos, Elias and Jackson Ryker. So this is an 8-man tag here, guys. And again, the New Day and RK Bro, AJ Styles, Omos, Elias and Jackson Ryker kick off for an 8-man tag match with a furious lockup. The former MMA fighter went for an armbar right away, but Elias made it to the ropes to force the break. Ryker came in, but only spent about 5 seconds in the ring before Omos brought himself in with a tag. He single-handedly took out Riddle, Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods, while Orton avoided the fight. He was going to attempt an RKO, but Omos saw him. The Viper slithered back out of the ring. We return from the break to see Styles fight off an attack from multiple opponents. The heels kept Woods cornered with quick kicks and a double team spots. He took a lot of punishment before he finally tagged Riddle. Almost cleaned house, but as soon as he was distracted by the New Day, Orton hit Elias with the RKO for the win as the victors celebrated. The Viper hit Woods and Kingston with RKOs. Riddle yelled at him, but he left without saying a word. And we'll give this, guys, here a 3.6 out of 5. I thought this segment was really good, guys. But again, there are some segments that in the Raw show was a bit of a down. But again, it was great to see some solid action, especially in the 8-man tag match, guys. And again, we'll give this on the Contenders Corner podcast a 3.6 out of 5. And then our next match is Sheamus versus Humberto Carrillo. And again, guys, Sheamus versus Humberto Carrillo. After a few weeks of back and forth attacks, Humberto Carrillo finally got his chance to take on Sheamus. Unfortunately for him, the United States champion used his power to control the initial exchange. The High Flyer got in a couple of moves before the Celtic Warrior dragged him out of the ring and threw him over the barricade to send us into a commercial. Sheamus scored a 2 count with an Alabama slam. Carrillo counted his rival on the top rope and hit over Corona to give himself some time to recover. And it's here, guys, in this bit here, a sunset flip powerbomb ended with a botched landing, leaving the Mexican unable to continue the match. The ref called for the bell and declared Sheamus the winner. And again, guys, I'm not going to grade this match because the wrestler picks up an injury after a botched landing with the sunset flip powerbomb. And we wish him a quick recovery, and we'll see where this leads for the Mexican Humberto Carrillo. And again, guys, as I just said, we're not going to grade this match because Humberto Carrillo picks up an injury with a botched landing from the sunset flip powerbomb. And then we move into our next match, and that's Cedric Alexander versus Shelton Benjamin. And then the former 2 tag team partners of the Hurt Business looked to settle their differences in the ring when Shelton Benjamin took on Cedric Alexander. The former Cruiserweight champion avoided pay dirt early and went after Benjamin's knee with a dragon screw leg whip over the middle rope. They traded control a few times before Alexander hit a kick to the head. He screamed at Benjamin about how he was better than him. The gold standard popped up and hit a T-bone suplex out of nowhere for the win. And we'll give this a 3.8 out of 5. Again, some solid action here. It deserved a... It should have went a bit longer. It should have went a bit longer, guys. Especially to give these guys some more in-ring action and to see what they could have given us. But again, it is what it is. And we'll give them a 3.8 out of 5. Benjamin hits the T-bone suplex out of nowhere for the win. Then our next match is Rhea Ripley versus Asuka. Rhea Ripley and Asuka locked up, and the Raw Women's Champion pushed the Empress of Tomorrow to the corner for a clean break. The Nightmare avoided a spinning backhand and taunted Asuka by offering a free shot. The Empress went low with a leg sweep instead. Charlotte came out to watch the action, and the distraction allowed Asuka to take down Ripley with a brutal shot to the face. The Queen joined the commentary team during the commercial break. Ripley continued to keep Asuka on defense for a long time. The Empress fought back, but a distraction from Charlotte allowed the Australian to take her down at ringside. Asuka hit a missile dropkick for a close 2 count, but Ripley recovered and hit Riptide for the pin and the win. And we'll give here on the Contenders Corner podcast a 3.6 out of 5. And then our next match, guys. John Morrison versus Damien Priest. Before this match, Adam Pearce declared that whoever won would get to choose the stipulations for Sunday's match between Damien Priest and The Miz. John Morrison had the A-lister with him for support as he battled the Archer of Infamy. The Guru of Greatness took the first shot, but it was all downhill from there. Priest literally beat him corner to corner. John Mo hit a big knee to the face for a 2 count. After commercial break, The Miz hit Priest with a kick while Morrison had the ref distracted in the ring. The A-lister inadvertently cost Morrison a pin when he distracted the ref too long, and that allowed Priest to get the victory. The Miz pounced on him but failed to hit the skull-crushing finale. We'll give this a 3.7 out of 5, but again, this needs to end at Backlash, guys, because this is getting too repetitive every week. Pay-per-view after pay-per-view. This feud needs to end because it's getting so repetitive every week now. Let's put this to bed at WrestleMania Backlash. And then we have Drew McIntyre versus Braun Strowman. And the main event of Raw was a WrestleMania rematch with Lashley taking on McIntyre. The Almighty went for the Hurt Lock right away, but was unable to completely lock it in due to McIntyre's power. Lashley showed off his own strength by keeping a headlock applied no matter what the Scot tried to do to break it. We returned from a break to see Lashley doing his best to beat the life out of McIntyre. The Scottish Warrior sent the charging WWE champion into the corner to even the playing field. They traded punches as they got to their feet. McIntyre hit a spinebuster for a 2 count as MVP lost his mind at ringside, trying to warn Lashley as they built toward the finish. Strowman attacked the Scot to cause a DQ. He helped Lashley to his feet before hitting him with a power slam. We'll put this at a 4. We'll grade this a 4.25 out of 5 here on the Contenders Corner. And again, my analysis here of this match, guys. I thought this was a solid match. Others have stated this was a tad disappointing to see a DQ. But to be honest, it was great to see Strowman get booked strong for once. This is the Braun Strowman I like to see. Tearing down his opponents and laying waste to everything in his path. Let's hope we get to see Strowman getting booked like this week after week in the future and having some great contests as a main event star on Raw. And again, this is what I like to see, especially from Braun Strowman, guys. And we'll see where this goes. We'll see where this leads with Braun Strowman especially. But again, it was great to see Braun Strowman booked solid here. And again, this is what I like to see. The monster just tearing waste, everything, laying waste. Unbelievable. But again, it was a funny segment as well, guys. And it was great to see Braun Strowman. Solid action all through the show, guys. But we'll give this a 3.5 out of show. It wasn't the worst show, guys, but it certainly was. It was another bad show, but it wasn't the worst. It wasn't the worst. Last week was bad, and especially from certain weeks, it was very, very bad. But again, they're improving here. It was great to see an attack from Braun Strowman. Great action from the 8-man tag. I thought there was some good action from John Morrison and Damien Priest, but again, they need to sort it out. WrestleMania Backlash, they need to end it there, so it's not getting very repetitive. And again, also, guys, we'll see what happens at Backlash. We got Roman Reigns and Cesaro at Backlash, and again, I hope, guys, in the future, maybe if it's not gonna happen, maybe if Cesaro isn't the man to beat Roman Reigns, certainly, guys, the question has got to be there. The question has got to be brought to us, guys. Is Cesaro deserves to be Universal Champion at least once in the near future. At least, guys. Give WWE, give the fans what they want. Cesaro as Universal Champion. And that is our review, guys. And we'll catch you for the AEW review. And again, like, share, subscribe. And this was the Contenders Corner Podcast, talking everything that is wrestling.